Hey, good morning. Welcome, 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 my friends. I'm so glad you're stopping by today. We have got 8 cards that we're going to make today, and these are a one sheet wonder. So many of you have reached out and told me how much you love the one sheet wonder ideas. And these are simple cards. I am holding up to my name, Simply Simple Stamping, today with these. We're just going to be using just a single sheet of 6x6 to create just some really basic and simple cards. These would be great to put together maybe as a collection. And that way you could gift it to somebody, or you just want a little, like a little host gift, or maybe you've got the teachers at school, or a little birthday gift for a coworker. When you want just something a little small, these are really great. People love the gift of handmade cards. Let me tell you, it's probably one of my most popular gifts that I give away. So we're going to create all of these cards today. And as always, I've got some fabulous friends here helping me. So we've got Christina. She is over on Facebook. So if you're on Facebook watching, welcome. She'll be there to answer your questions there. And Brenda is over on YouTube. So she'll be answering your comments on YouTube. Thank you guys so much for being here. You're such a help. They're great because they'll put up measurements and all that good stuff so that I can focus on the creating. And of course, they're there to answer questions. I try to chime in, but it's always hard. Can I talk and stamp at the same time? Typically, no.
Like walking and chewing gum.
Not my special gift, because I will trip and fall. So
right.
we do always say this before we get started. We like to give everyone a chance to get onto the live. Remember, they just got the notification that we're live. So we want to give everyone that chance to, get their beverage, get their phone or device, whatever they're watching us on, and get all situated. So we do talk for a little bit. We have a little chatter here at the beginning of our lives. But if you're watching the replay and that chatter's not for you, I always say, scroll forward till you see my hands. That's when we get to the stamping. You are welcome to do that. All right. But we do have a good time chatting over here. So I
got a story for you.
You do? Okay.
Oh
tell.
boy.
It's just, life is just, how life can be. So first of all, most people know my husband's a pastor. And so he will share these sermons and people will look right at me to see, is this really what happens at your house? And he's talking the other day about, guys, sometimes you just have to be willing to meet her where she is and watch that chick flick. And I'm sitting there going, Top Gear's a chick flick? Because that's what we watch, right? So anyway, so fast forward a couple days later, we're watching Top Gear. And they said something about some card that was on the movie Vanishing Point. And I look over at Mark and I said, oh, and keep in mind, Kaylee is sitting on the couch watching this with us, right?
That's your granddaughter.
My granddaughter. And I said, oh, is Vanishing Point that? And he says, yeah, it is. And she's sitting there. She's like, did I miss like a whole sentence? No, but when you've been married 42 years, we just know what we were talking
It
about.
just happens internally.
But oh my gosh, the confusion on that poor girl's face.
I know there are many of you that can relate to that, when you just kind of have to do is it by the, yeah. Or can you help me find, yeah, it's over there. Yeah, Rich and I, that's how we are.
We did that the other day. I was like, hey, I need an extension cord. And she says, oh, I have one in the, with the stub. And she's like, yeah, we knew exactly what we meant. No one else would have.
I know. It was so funny. And so Top Gear is a chick flick.
Okay, good to know.
Apparently we have our own language and my poor granddaughter's just lost. So now we just look at each other and say, well, Vanishing Point. So.
Okay.
Only we know, but it's okay. So.
Well, I shared in my newsletter that, okay, it's one of my favorite things about this house. We have a big pond, and there's houses that surround it. And we have 10 baby ducks, and they're just tiny. In fact, I thought they were birds. Well, they are.
Well,
you thought they were land fowl, not water fowl.
Yes, there you go. And anyway, so we have 10 little baby ducks, and then we have 5 baby geese, and they're getting every day they just keep getting bigger and bigger.
Mhm.
But they come over and I feed them, and oh my gosh, they bring me so much joy. We're having so much fun feeding these little waterfowl. They're just so adorable. And when they eat, beep 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 beep.
It's so cute.
Yeah. Christina and I share a brain. Well, Brenda doesn't
Really?
share a brain, so I don't
That
know.
poor brain is getting a workout, isn't it?
3 ways.
There is one brain between the three of us right now.
Yikes.
And when we're lacking caffeine, it's really bad.
Yeah.
Because then the brain's only working at about 10%. Well, shall we get to stamping?
Well,
Yeah.
yes, let's do.
Okay, let's go. Let's get to creating. Okay, we're actually going to start with this set here. And actually, you know, I need to tell you that Brenda and I designed these when she was here visiting. So this is kind of a collaborative effort. So little bit of info here. I'm going to give you the measurements, but you are going to have access to my free download as always. You'll have photos, you'll have the measurements, the supply list, a QR code. So if you need to come back and watch the video, of course, there's a complete supply list here. If you click on this, it'll take you to my online store. So if you're in the United States, click there. Friends, I'd love to be your demonstrator. And I do need to let you know that several of the products I'm using today will be going away at the end of April. So I just wanted you to be aware of that. Let me move this off to the side and let's get to creating. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and go over the measurements, and they're really pretty simple. Soft sea foam is my card base. I've got 4 card bases. These are all 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. So this is 2 sheets of cardstock. Okay, all right, that's what we've got there. Designer series paper. I am using the Hello Irresistible designer series paper. Guys, this one is running in low inventory, and when it's gone, it's gone. I love this one. In fact, we could use either side of this paper, really. Absolutely beautiful paper, and it has a stamp set, a die set, different things that go along with it. But we're going to use that 6 by 6. Let's talk about some Highland Heather, and I've got 4 pieces. Remember, we're making 4 cards, so all of this is going to be 4 pieces. These are 3 3/4 by 5, and then I have some layering pieces. 4 of these, 3.5 by 4 3/4. The last thing we're going to need is some Very Vanilla, and these are 4 pieces of 3.5 by 4 3/4. And hey, can I just clear up a little confusion that I've been hearing from people on the Very Vanilla? The Very Vanilla is not retiring. Some people think it is. The Very Vanilla thick cardstock is retiring, along with the Very Vanilla envelopes. But Very Vanilla cardstock, just the basic cardstock, it is here to stay. So just wanted to clear that up. Some people have been a little confused about that. All right. The last thing we're going to need are some bows. So I've got 4 bows here. This is the pecan pie striped ribbon. All right. And the punch for this particular card is the bow punch. Now, I'm going to be using a punch. But remember, with this, if you have a die that you'd like to use, feel free. If you have a different punch, this is where you get to get creative. It's not just about a punch. It's whatever you have. So I think you're really going to like just the versatility with these cards. So we're going to start with our designer series paper. And as I said, this is a 1-sheet wonder. So let me show you how to cut this. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut it down 2 by 6. Okay. And we're going to take this one and we're going to cut it down to 2 by 4. This is the only scrap that we're going to have. All right. So 2 by 4. Now this piece is already 4 inches. So we're going to rotate it and we're just going to cut it. Guys, this is like the simplest 1-sheet wonder. And we're going to cut it into equal pieces, 2 by 4. All right. We can handle that. That's our cutting. Yay. I'm going to move my paper trimmer here. Now I'm going to show you how we're going to work on our punching. So we're going to take those 4 pieces of Highland Heather. I'm going to bring in my bow punch. And this piece, let me bring in a card so you can see. This is this big piece back here. So it's not going to be seen, right? And I'm going to punch from this side. And you know what? On my cards, I only used these two pieces. But if you want to do more, if you want to add a few more, feel free. Jump in there. Punch yourself a couple more. All right. There's no right or wrong because we are going to cover that. We're not writing on this area, so we don't have to worry about any of that. So you're going to do that punching. Let me go ahead and repeat that. And in fact, you know what? If you want to really make it easy, like I'm just going to be using the just these two pieces. So there, I've just cut 4. So I don't even need to punch anymore if I don't want to. So totally optional for you there. Guys, let's put a card together. Wowza, that's how fast this is. All right. Let me see what you guys are up to. Mary Lou. Hi, Connie. Finally catching you live. Love your cards. Thank you, Mary Lou from Sacramento. I'm so glad you're here with us today. I love that. Carolina says, I love your downloads, especially that they are free. Yep, I do not charge for my downloads. I want you guys to be able to create. She loves the QR code too. Yeah, the QR code makes it so easy to come back and watch any of the videos if you need to. Fantastic. Well, good. I'm so glad that you like those. Oh, and yesterday she spent time printing all the ones for this year. Wow, that was a lot. Good for you. That's amazing. All right, friends. So I said we're going to adhere our very vanilla, but before I do, I'm going to go ahead and adhere my designer series paper to these pieces of, you know what, let's flip this paper over. Why not? Let's do things a little different. So I want to kind of have all my pieces ready to go, and then I'm going to stamp, okay? So, well, let's just throw that across the room. Oh, we have Elaine from Ontario, Canada. Welcome, Elaine. See if I can get this thing straight. Okay. And Stella is here. I'm so glad that you guys are tuning in. Well, while I'm adhering things down, let me give just a quick little plug for the Creativate Retreat this weekend. I know many of you have signed up. Whoops, I did that one the other way. Okay, we're going to do 2 and 2. We're going to break these up. Yeah, we're getting ready. Tomorrow kicks off the Creativate Retreat. If you love your stamping time, this event is for you. It's all online. You're going to use the products that you already have. I mean, we love that, right? No reason to go out and buy stuff. You've got everything. And it's going to be a fun weekend of stamping. We've got some YouTube lives, and yep, it's going to be super fun. So I hope that you guys, if you have it signed up, that you'll take a minute to go do that, because you're not going to want to miss out on this. All right, let's go ahead and do a little stamping here on this very vanilla. I'm going to go ahead and adhere my One Sheet Wonder pieces, and they're just going to line up from side to side and at the bottom, okay? All right, so for our stamping, I'm going to use the Happy Label stamp set. I chose this one because they're nice and long, all right? I had really nice long sentiments. Guys, this stamp set will be retiring at the end of April, so I want you to be aware of that. It's a fantastic sentiment set, and if you don't have it, I'd love to see you get this one before it goes away. Let's bring in some Highland Heather, and I want to let you know that I've got all these sentiments, okay? I literally have all of them all set up on blocks. You pick the ones that you need, okay? So
Hey, Connie.
Yeah.
We have Kay, who is watching today from her Grand Design camper in Nashville, Tennessee.
I love my Grand Design camper. I love hearing that. I'd love to know which one you have. I love my camper. In fact, we are desperate for spring to get here so that we can take our camper out. We're so ready. I love that. All right, so I'm going to add that to the front of my card. Now let's take 2 of our little punches. And like I said, if you wanted to add more, you definitely could add more of those if you wanted to. You have these pieces cut, right? So get creative. I'm going to bring in a little multi-purpose glue here. And this is a brand new bottle, and I'm afraid it's going to like come flying out. Ooh, yep, see? All right, let's, okay, see that brand new bottle? It does it to me every time. I try not to squeeze too hard because I really don't want that to ooze out. Okay, I'm going to show you my little trick when that happens. Let me get I got some scratch paper here. I'll just dab that off. It's a little too thick. All right, we'll add that to my card. And now this little one, again, I'm going to try not to do too much glue. Come on. Okay. And we'll add this right here. And, ooh, that one's like wonky. Let's try that again. I didn't punch that one very well is what I did. Okay. Trying again. Oh my goodness. So thick. Okay. And I want to kind of keep the stems together because now I'm going to add a ribbon bow. Let me find my glue dots. They have disappeared. Okay. There they are. There they are. Okay, so this, of course, is my favorite trick for adding bows to a card. Press a bow onto a mini glue dot. And see how that's sticking out? Not anymore, it's not. And with that, we've got our first card done. Okay, easy, right? Friends, I'm not going to make all four because they're all going to go together exactly the same way. All right. That is all there is to it. And as I said, if you wanted to add a little bit more of that Highland Heather, feel free. I think that looks really nice. You can punch two of these. So have fun creating with that one. And I want you to also get creative with your sentiments. Another tip I like to share, sometimes if these cards were for me personally, I wouldn't even put a sentiment on it. And then when I need a sentiment, I can come in and just add that. So that I have cards ready to go, super easy. By the way, let's talk about, we have Life is Better with You. You're going to be amazing parents. You've got the biggest heart. I'm so happy you were born. There's no one like you, just a note. I just want to hug you, love and miss you. You are my happy place. I love that one. There's a yay, a thank you, and a hello. You got everything here, okay? So a really fantastic set. So let me just kind of bring these back in. So, well, let's see. We've got lots of You're Amazing Parents. I guess I stamped a few of those, didn't I? So have some fun creating with those. Keep in mind, if you wanted to, you could also turn it this way and stamp something along this edge. Or if you want to even stamp it on the designer series paper and have some of your images coming off. Again, it's creativity. It's what are you going to do with this piece? Okay. All right, let's go ahead and create another set of cards. And this one, I'm trying to fall in love with Afternoon Azure. It took me a little bit to fall. These are all upside down. I'm going to try that again. So yeah, this was a color that kind of had to grow on me, but I'm using the Afternoon Azure and Sweet Sorbet. Yeah, another color that's going to be going away. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to give it a little more love before it goes. And friends, this is going to be made the exact same way. All the measurements are the same. So we have Sweet Sorbet, Afternoon Azure. This is basic white instead of very vanilla. And my designer series paper for this one, this is the lighter than air designer series paper. All right, so this one will be going away as well, but I love me some polka dots. They're one of my favorite things. So I love the polka dots. Let's talk about what we're going to punch with this one, because I'm going to use the Petal Park Builder punch for this card. And this is another punch I absolutely love, and it is not going away. And I'm just beyond thrilled about that because it's a favorite. I'm going to punch some flowers. And, you know, just because I'm curious if I could get a couple more. I can, but I can't get that one. So if you want to try to, I wonder if I go this way. No, it won't work. That's all right. We really only need these 3. Now, the one that we won't be using is the little leaf because the leaf is in sweet sorbet. Looks a little odd. So that's what we're going to be punching. Let's do our quick cutting again. And let's go ahead and do it one more time, just so in case you missed it. I want to make sure everyone knows the cutting. We're going to cut it down 2 by 6 and 4 by 6. We're going to take the 2 by 6. We'll cut it down to 4. That is our scrap. We're going to take our 6 inches up here at the top, and we'll go 2 by 4, 2 by 4, and that'll leave me 2 by 4. All right. So we will add my, where did my flowers go? There. We're going to add these. See if I can read from, all my pieces are just everywhere. Oh, I'm sitting here looking for sweet sorbet. It's going on afternoon au jour. Okay. We always said we share a brain. I think the other 2 ladies have my brain right now because it is not working. All right. We're going to add our designer series paper to our afternoon au jour. So we have some options with these cards. And I'll tell you what, while I work, I'm just going to kind of bring these in up here. Everything is upside down today. Well, it's definitely not me, right? It has to be their fault. So like for this one here, I'm going to be using this sweet sorbet ribbon. And for this one, I will, come on, adhesive. There it goes. Little adhesive here. I just want to show you, we did something really just a little bit different with this. Grab my scissors here. So we have that. We're going to bring the ribbon underneath, just tie it in a knot. By the way, for this one versus the other one where I did, make all of the bows, this one, I'm using the ribbon on the spool. So let's go ahead and keep that on the spool. It's so much easier to work with. We'll trim that down. Now let's talk about our flower. And, can I just share a really fun tip that I love to share when creating with these flowers? Oh, pardon me as I reach. So I'm going to take my piercing mat. And so these flowers right now are just very flat, right? You can use just about anything. So where's my, I don't have my lid on here. Usually I use this, but let's use a pen. A pen works. So without the clicker, it needs to be unclicked. So it's just flat. If you'll take a pen, pencil, whatever you got, and if you give that a press, look what happens. You get this nice punch, or not, but a lift, and it just instantly, let me zoom in. Do you see? Look, it's like it's perfect, right? I mean, it just bends everything in just the right direction. I love that. And I do this with so many different flowers. I really do. So I'm going to go ahead and put these together with the multi-purpose glue. So we'll just add, come on, a dot there. We'll add our big flower. My pen's right here, so let's use it. Just to give that a press. I will add another dot of glue. And we'll add this little flower. Okay. There we go. To add this to the card, I'm actually going to use a mini glue dot. We are going to add that. You know what? Let's go ahead and create a card. I sometimes don't like to add things like mini glue dots until I have everything else adhered down. So what do we want to stamp on this one? We're going to stamp in sweet sorbet. You know what? It's really the luck of the draw. I have all the stamps out here. How about you've got the biggest heart? It really is. Whatever sentiment you want. So I'll stamp that. And I will add this because I've got that ribbon. Do you guys mind if I just multi-purpose glue it? There we go. I used to be, I'm 100% a stamp and seal girl, and I find myself using my multi-purpose glue more and more these days. but I'm not clean with it. I'm a little messy with the glue. Is anyone else? Becky says, what DSP is that? This is the lighter than air DSP, and it will be retiring at the end of April. So it is such beautiful paper with all those hot air balloons. All right, we're going to cover this up. Nobody wants to see that. And you guys know I am the queen of let's use our layers wisely. Nobody needs to know that we punched from behind that, right? It's our secret. We'll keep that a secret. You're always welcome to bring in more cardstock. And then when you need more, you can buy it from me. But really, I like you to be able to save as much as you can on your crafting supplies. I want you to get the most out of it that you can. So I love to find all the ways to conserve my cardstock and get creative. You know, many times, even if I didn't need these flowers, I might go ahead and punch them and keep them all put together and ready to go. And then when I need a little embellishment, I could just grab this, right? All right, we have that. I'm going to peel off my Stampin' Dimensional. We'll add that to the front of the card. Oh, look, I've got glue oozing out. See, glue and me, we just don't always get along. I wanted to give these a little bling. And so I'm going to use the iridescent rhinestones. We'll do this larger one. And look what happens when we just add that to the center of the card, right? It just has amazing, amazing pop. And I love anything with some bling. Let me just kind of show you the other ones. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere this one down super quick so that you can, I want to kind of show you how I did this one. And it's really easy. So on this piece of ribbon, you're just going to give it, kind of the classic ribbon twist, right? So make your loop, but before you adhere it, just flip it over. All right. So about like that. And let's go ahead and trim it. And then to adhere this down, I'm going to tell you, I found the easiest method. Well, one, if you feel like you're fighting it, you could always put a little dot of glue on that. But you know what else works? A Stampin' Dimensional right there. Let's see, is that going to be enough? No, I better add a touch of glue. Get that to adhere down. And then you can add that to your card and put your flower right on top of it using that Stampin' Dimensional. Again, another rhinestone. This one, just a simple piece of ribbon behind it. And this one here, I did a ribbon knot. So that way they were all a little bit different. I kind of like having all of them a little bit different. I added some more rhinestones here. Feel free to get creative where you want to add those. It's just really a fun little project. Okay, guys, I am ready to share with you what we're going to create next week. And these are a wow. So get ready. These are a super wow. This is my fun little corner fold card. Are you ready? Oh, yes. Right. If you love to showcase both sides of your designer series paper, you're going to love this card. So much fun. And this one here, wishing you all the happiness in the world. And don't you love it? We get to see all the beautiful designer series paper. We even used some extra pieces right up there. So if you want to order in advance, this is the Simply Zinnia. And I have to tell you, this paper, unfortunately, it has sold out. I'm so sorry, but I've got some tips and tricks to share with you on how I did this fun stamping technique. So you're still going to want to come check it out. But we're going to be making those next week right back here on Simply Simple Stamping. So I hope that you guys will join me for that. I also hope you'll be joining me for the Creative 8 Retreat. So remember, just go over to simplysimplestamping.com, look for Creative 8 Retreat up there in the menu. Click it. You'll find all the information. Guys, it really is a fantastic weekend. Even if you can't attend this weekend, don't worry about it. It's a retreat designed with you in mind. If you can't participate this weekend, participate whenever you want, whenever it's convenient for you. We'll have some live presentations. We'll have some pre-recorded. So you can always watch the pre-recorded if lives aren't for you. I mean, we got you covered. And we want to help you create with written tutorials, photos, everything that you need. All right. So I hope that you'll plan on joining Brandy Cox, Jackie Bolhai, Sharon Armstrong, and myself. We're excited to share with you this weekend. With that, I'm going to close. Thank you, Brenda and Christina, for helping me over on Facebook and YouTube. I really appreciate it. Have a fantastic rest of your day, everybody. I hope the spring weather's coming your way. We'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.